Welcome. Thank you for checking this one out. Back with another video. So I'm at work and I just want to throw another video out there before the live show on Saturday. And, I was just looking at Australia in the first ODI, and you notice Australia, they have a plethora of all-rounders to choose from. They don't need to always use Mitchell Marsh. They can play Cameron Green. There are tons others. You look at fast bowling. They don't need their usual quartet. They don't need the Stark, the Hazelwood, the Cummings. They can use other seamers. We're seeing debutant seamers now bamboozling us in the first ODI, and it goes true for South Africa and for other countries as well, Pakistan. And then you look now in the Caribbean, in the West Indies, and we don't have that luxury. And so I wanted to highlight two players in particular. And the first player is Keemo Paul. What is going on with Keemo Paul? I know Keemo Paul is not really a fast bowler. He's more a genuine all-rounder, a seam bowling all-rounder. And if you look at 2018, as I present the stat for you, in 2018, Keemo Paul had a breakout year he debuted in 2018 in all three formats, T20, ODI. And it was really off the back of an exceptional CPL 2017 and, some decent first-class performance as well. But 2018, when he just came at international level, look at 2018, with the ball for Keemo Paul. Bowling, look at that. 13 matches for Keemo Paul, 17 wickets in T20 international. Strike rate 17, economy 8. And Keemo Paul used to bowl 2 overs up front in the power play. And he would also then come back to bowl 2 overs in the death with Kesrick Williams. And you're like, whoa, Keemo Paul, he was looking so good. And he started his career against the World 11, right? I'm going to throw in a couple clips, and Keemo Paul was bowling up to 88 miles per hour, right? Keemo Paul, he was bowling fast. He had he had that short delivery, vicious short delivery. He could swing the ball. We saw him in some test matches. I'll throw in the clips as well. And even listen to Ian Bishop commentary. I'll throw it in as well.
That is his first test wicket, and what a wicket this is. Keemo Paul, absolutely brilliant, going through the defenses of Tamim Iqbal, who was looking good and was looking set to go on.
Exactly what I've been talking about, his ability to shift the ball either way. This angles in and straightens just enough off the seam. He has a wonderful skill set, Keemo Paul, at decent pace, close to 140 kilometers per hour. Wonderful delivery to get rid of an outstanding player. Iqbal goes for 47, 117 for 5.
He was swinging the new ball. He was able to swing the ball both ways. Keemo Paul was exceptional. With the bat, of course, he wasn't too bad either in 2018 at the start of his career. Averaging 24, he was coming in to basically just slug a few and finish off the innings. And so in 2018, Keemo Paul started his international career fantastic, right? But then you notice, look at 2019, 2020, 2022. His economy got worse. He got less wickets. His average is also not as good. Looking at Keemo Paul with the bat, same thing, right? So as the years progress, he's gotten worse. Now, what's going on? No, currently Keemo Paul is not even in the current West Indies setup. He's not around West Indies T20 team. He's not around West Indies ODI team. And currently he's in the SAT T20, representing Durban Super Giants, where Keemo Paul is with some West Indian teammates. Kyle Mayers is there, and Nicholas Pooran was there, but is now in the ILT20. If you look at Keemo Paul in SAT 20, for those that have been watching it, I only really watch when the West Indians are playing. Keemo Paul, apart from his first game, the 2 for 31 from 4 overs, the none for 23 in 2 overs, wasn't doing anything. His team still won. Then he made like 17 and 18, and he was coming in batting in at number 4, and it was like a runner ball 17. The 18 was like 16 deliveries or something like that. None for 44 in like 3 overs, one for 29 in like 3 overs. So far, Keemo Paul hasn't really been that Keemo Paul we saw when he just burst onto the scene. So I'm looking now at Keemo Paul's CPL numbers, and I would gladly take these CPL numbers if this could have been translated to international cricket. Strike rate at 130, and also his strike rate with the ball in T20, 18.7 in CPL. His CPL numbers, very decent, very good, representing Guyana Amazon Warrior and St. Lucia King. Based on his CPL and the start to his international career, Keemo Paul even then, had a couple IPL gigs representing Delhi Capitals. So I mean, Keemo Paul, in order to get an IPL gig, you certainly have to be a quality player. And we know Keemo Paul is a quality player. But what is wrong with Keemo Paul? And there are many players like Keemo Paul that we can talk about. A Dominic Drakes, for example. He had a stellar 2021 CPL, and he said he didn't want to be stagnant, but since then hasn't really done enough to impress selectors, or hasn't really done enough even in CPL or anything, Dominic Drakes, right? But want to focus on Keemo Paul today. And I'm also going back to 2016 under 19, right? And I want us to look at something, right? Rishabh Pant, Ishan Kishan. Rishabh Pant is a superstar in India now. We see how much he's done on the world stage for India. Ishan Kishan, right? We've seen what he has done. Coming to West Indies, scoring 3 back-to-back 50s the other day. In the summer we played the 3 ODIs, right? Washington Sundar is also a regular for India in T20s. He was playing in the series against Afghanistan recently. Sarfraz Khan has been super consistent over there in India in their 4-day first class season, and he's finally getting a chance to be in the Indian Test squad. Avish Khan, as we know, and Khalil Ahmed, they featured regularly for India recently in T20s and a couple of ODIs. Now look at our under-19 stars. Fast forwarding to 2024. Shimran Hetmaya now, right? We know Shimran Hetmaya is an IPL star, right? Shimran Hetmaya is an IPL star, and he started his international career very well. Tevim Inlak, finally he's gotten into West Indies Test and ODI squads. Shamar Springer, just like Keemo Paul, falling away, not doing much. Casey Carty, right? We see he's in Australia now, scoring a nice half century. Why am I saying all this? What's stunting our development of some of our young talents from the under-19 level? So when they just come through to the international level, they're doing okay, but then they remain stagnant or they regress. Why are they being stagnant or regressing? Another player I want to touch on is Fabian Allen. Now, we've all seen the heroics of Fabian Allen in CPL in 2018 that got him into the West Indies setup. In 2018, some of those cameos that he played, and of course, he could also give you 2, 3 quality overs anywhere in the innings, bowling some quick left-arm darts. Right, he could take the new ball, he could bowl in the middle, he can even bowl it at the back end. That was Fabian Allen's strength. And then, of course, he could give you those cameos, he chasing 30 runs, 12 deliveries to go in a T20 game, and Fabian Allen come and, play sensational innings. We saw him do it against Sri Lanka in 2021, right? That series that we beat them at home 2-1 just before the T20 World Cup. We've seen Fabian Allen in CPL 2018 before he came into the West Indies setup, right? Fabian Allen was playing a lot of cameos and bowling well, right, occasionally. And now look at him in the SAT 20. He's basically there as a professional fielder. He's not giving us any special cameos apart from the 17 not out to get his team over the line. The rest, really nothing from him. with the ball. He's not even bowling his full complement of 4. Of course, he's still brilliant in the field, but my point that I'm making is we've seen the talent pool that we have. We have a wide variety of talented players in the Caribbean, like a Fabian Allen, like a Keemo Paul, like a Dominic Drakes, right? And of course, there are other youngsters coming through the ranks now. But we're not seeing the growth. We're not seeing their career taking off. And those that are coming through where their career seem to take off, it's usually that they go away for some time and then they come back stellar. We're now seeing the rising star Shamar Joseph, right? But at the end of the day, the point I'm trying to make is why is it that our young cricketers, they are not developing at the rate that they should after their early initial stage to international cricket or after under 19 level. So after the youth level, they transition to senior cricket now, but we don't see that evolution or that transformation that we've seen with South Africa, Australia, India, right? So something is not going right in our program. So I'm just putting one out there for us to discuss. You can let me know your thoughts, if you agree, if you disagree, and what do you think is going wrong in our program then? Why we're not seeing these guys still representing West Indies at the highest level, doing well like how they were at the under 19 level or when they just burst onto international cricket. Share your thoughts, let me know, and stay to why you think this is happening. It's just a quick one. Remember, the live is coming Saturday at 8 p.m. We're going to discuss all things West Indies cricket. All right, so thank you for checking this one out and do have a wonderful day.